Hello, today I'll be talking about Golbat, the evolution of Zubat, which was its only evolution in Gen 1. Zubat evolves into Golbat at level 22. Golbat is also the first Pokemon to get an evolution in a later generation that didn't have one already in Gen 1. Its past PYC dates are April 8th, 1996, January 28th, 1999, November 18th, 2001, September 8th, 2004, June 30th, 2007, April 20th, 2010, February 8th, 2013, November 30th, 2015, September 20th, 2018, and July 11th, 2021. I find it interesting that a bat Pokemon who is so blind that it doesn't even have eyes gets eyes in its evolution. I most remember Golbat from its weird Gen 1 sprite. Let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Golbat, the bat Pokemon, whose number is 0042. This is what it looks like. Its type is Poison Flying. Its abilities, inner focus, and its hidden ability is Infiltrator. Gender ratio 50-50. Catch rate is 90 or 20.1%. Breeding, a group flying, hatch time 15 cycles, height 5'3" or 1.6 meters, weight 121.3 pounds or 55 kilograms. Base experience yield in the first 4 generations was 171, but in 5+ is 159. Leveling rate, medium fast. Its EV yield is 2, both in speed. Shape is that, footprint is that. Pokedex color is purple, and base friendship is 70. Golbat is a dual-type poison-flying Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves from Zubat starting at level 22 and evolves into Crobat when leveled up with high friendship. Biology. Golbat is a large blue chiropteran Pokemon with purple wing membranes. It has small eyes with slit-like pupils, along with tiny triangular ears with purple insides, and a massive mouth with 2 fangs in each jaw. The fangs are smaller on a female Golbat. While its mouth seems to be otherwise empty, Golbat occasionally displays a long purple tongue. It has short legs with long, tiny feet. Despite this, Golbat can walk skillfully on the ground. Golbat's fangs have hollow tubes similar to straws, specialized for sucking blood. While they are strong enough to pierce thick hide, they are also unexpectedly fragile. There are some Golbat that have missing fangs as a result of their hunger-fueled attempt to drink blood from Steel-type Pokemon. Oh, Golbat feeds on the blood of both Pokemon and humans, and is capable of drinking over 10 ounces, 300 milliliters, of blood in one sitting. It is gluttonous and drinks so much blood that its blood type will change to that of its victim following a feed. It occasionally gorges itself to the extent that it will become too heavy to fly, leaving itself vulnerable in turn. However, it is also willing to share gathered blood with other members of its kind that are hungry. Aww. One particular Golbat could utilize Supersonic to produce a magic mirror in its mouth for scrying to see things from a distance, even if walls or land are in the way. Golbat is nocturnal and can be found quite easily in caves. Golbat hanging upside down. You can't really see it, but it's here. Golbat with its mouth closed. It's kind of weird looking, but whatever. Evolution. Golbat evolves from Zubat and evolves into Crobat. So you got Zubat, Golbat, Crobat. Game data, NPC appearances. Pokemon Stadium 2. Golbat stars in the minigame Gutsy Golbat. The object is to fly around and collect as many hearts as can be collected. The player with the most hearts at the end of the cave is the winner. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team, and Blue Rescue Team. Golbat is part of an unnamed rescue team that gathers at Pokemon Square just before the player and partner are able to access Magma Cavern. Pokedex entries in red and blue. Once it strikes, it will not stop draining energy from the victim, even if it gets too heavy to fly. Yellow. It attacks in a stealthy manner. Without warning, its sharp fangs are used to bite and suck blood. Stadium. Bites its prey and feeds on the victim's energy. Its own blood type changes to that of its victim. Gen 2 Gold. However art its victim's hide may be, it punctures with sharp fangs and gorges itself with blood. Silver. It can drink more than 10 ounces of blood at once. If it has too much, it gets heavy and flies clumsily. Crystal. When it plunges its fangs into its prey, it instantly draws and gulps down more than 10 ounces of blood. Stadium 2 is just gold again. In Gen 3 and Ruby, Golbat loves to drink the blood of living things. It is particularly active in the pitch black of night. This Pokemon flits around in the night sky seeking fresh blood. In Sapphire, Golbat bites down on prey with its 4 fangs and drinks the victim's blood. It becomes active on inky dark moonless nights, flying around to attack people and Pokemon. Emerald. Its fangs easily puncture even thick animal hide. It loves to feast on the blood of people and Pokemon. It flits about in darkness and strikes from behind. Fire Red. It clamps down on its prey with needle-sharp fangs and drains over 10 ounces of blood in one gulp. Leaf Green is Red and Blue's entry again. In Gen 4, in Diamond, it loves the blood of humans and Pokemon. It flies around at night in search of neck veins. In Pearl, once it starts sucking blood, it does not stop until it is full. It flies at night in search of prey. Platinum, its sharp fangs puncture the toughest of hides and have small holes for greedily sucking blood. Their Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry. Black 2 and White 2, flitting around in the dead of night. It sinks its fangs into its prey and drains a nearly fatal amount of blood. In X, once it bites, it will not stop draining energy from the victim even if it gets too heavy to fly. That's Gen 6. Y's entry is Pearls. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are the Ruby and Sapphire counterparts. In Gen 7 in Sun, its thick fangs are hollow like straws, making them unexpectedly fragile. These fangs are specialized for sucking blood. In Moon, sometimes they drink so much blood they can't fly anymore, then they fall to the ground and become food for other Pokemon. In Ultra Sun, once in a while, you'll see a Golbat that's missing some fangs. This happens when hunger drives it to try biting a Steel-type Pokemon. They can suck down over 10 ounces of blood in one go. They have been known to drink so much blood that they can no longer fly. The Let's Go games are Yellow's entry. In Gen 8, in Sword, it loves to drink other creatures' blood. It's said that if it finds others of its kind going hungry, it sometimes shares the blood it's gathered. In Shield, its feet are tiny, but this Pokemon walks skillfully. It sneaks up on sleeping prey before sinking in its fangs and slurping up blood. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. In Legends Arceus, it sinks its sharp fangs into other creatures and slurps up their blood. A closer look at the fangs revealed that they are hollow and akin to straws. Here is Golbat in the Alolan Pokedex. But it's Sun and Moons, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moons. Game locations, side game locations. Held items, Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for held item to appear. Red, blue, and yellow, you get a berry 100% of the time. In Legends Arceus, for normal, Chesto Berry 35% of the time, Spoiled Apricorn 15% of the time, Alpha, EXP Candy M 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, grid items by level. Stats, base stats 75, HP, attack 80, defense 70, special attack 65, 75, special defense, speed 90, for a total of 455. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 75. Pokéthon stats, type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, ghost, steel, fire, water, dragon, and dark. Weak to rock, electric, psychic, and ice for double, immune to ground, resistant to fighting, poison, bug, grass, and fairy. Fighting, grass, and bug are 1/4, poison and fairy are half. Notes, if gravity is in effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball in Gen 4, or a ring target. It is affected by Smackdown or Ingrate. The effectiveness of ground-type moves is double, so it goes from 0 to double. In Gen 5, if this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball, the effectiveness of ground-type moves is 1, so it goes from 0 to 1. In Generation 1, the effectiveness of Bug-type moves is 1, so it went from 1 to a 4th. Learn set by leveling up in Sword, Shield, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. We'll skip down to 27 here. 27 Air Cutter, 34 Bite, 41 Haze, 48 Venoshock, 55 Confused Ray, 62 Air Slash, and 69 Leech Life. In Legends Arceus, we'll skip down to 25 here. You get Cross Poison at 25, and Masters it at 35. Air Slash, you get at 34, Masters it at 45. Leech Life, you get at 43, Masters it at 54. We're skipping by the TMs, the TRs, for all these. We're skipping by breeding. Yep. By tutoring in Sword, Shield, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl, you can get Wing Beat and the Expansion Pass for Sword and Shield. It's a physical flying move that's power is 40, accuracy 90%, and PP is 10. In Legends Arceus, you can get Aerial Ace, Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, Leech Life, Ominous Wind, Rest, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Swift, and Zen Headbutt. By Prior Evolution, you get nothing. By Transfer from another generation. In 3 through 7, you get Aerial Ace. 1, you get Bide, that doesn't work anymore. 4, Captivate, that doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7, you get Confide. 2, you get Detect. 1 through 7, you can get Double Team. 1 and 3, you get Double Edge. 2 through 7, you get Feint Attack, that doesn't work anymore. Same with Frustration. Headbutt from Gen 7. 2 through 7, you get Hidden Power, that doesn't work anymore. 1 and 7, you get Mega Drain. 1 and 3, you get Mimic. 4, you get Natural Gift, that doesn't work anymore. Same with Ominous Wind. 4 and 5, you get Pluck. 2 through 7, you get Pursuit, that doesn't work anymore. 1, you get Rage and Razor Wind, neither of them work anymore. 2 through 7, you get Return, that doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7, you get Roost. 3, 4, and 6, you get Secret Power. And 3 through 7, you get Snatch, that doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7, you get Super Fang. 2 through 7, you get Swagger. From 4 through 7, you get Tailwind. 1, you get Takedown. 3 through 7, you get Torment. 1 through 7, you get Toxic. And 4, you get Twister. Side game data. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. With large wings that can cloak its body, Golbat can whip up gusting winds. In Shadows of Olmia, it lets loose ultrasonic waves and spits poison to attack. In Guardian Signs, it attacks by scattering poison gas that makes Pokemon tired. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's adventure in the Pokepark pad. Golbat love the Cavern Zone. They agreed that their favorite attraction is Salamence's Air Ace. Got all this. Evolution data. We read this yesterday. I don't want to read this again. Same with all this. Yeah. Okay, sprites. So yeah, then we got, I talked about this earlier, the big red and blue, sprite here. Yeah, it's a bit silly looking. Yeah. This one's a little bit better. I mean, that's closer to what we actually have. I think it's, that's more close, more between, I guess, the two. This is more blue, of course. These don't work at all for all three of them. This one, of course, was made for this one. It doesn't really work because the ear things are different, and also none of them have the insides yet. That's interesting. But yeah, and then the wings are shaped a little bit differently on this one. But then gold, you get the purple insides and the blue body. You get green and pink. Yep, got the insides now. Its feet. I mean, they've gotten a little longer, particularly in silver. They get longer. Again, I don't know why they're different. But anyway, crystal. Now it's all blue, but it doesn't have the insides, the purple insides for some reason. Then we got ruby and sapphire. So now it's sort of more of a purplish blue with sort of pinkish purple wings. So these are more peach colored, I guess. These kind of are all basically the same. The ears are a little bit thinner for some reason. Okay, then this goes back to sort of the blue and purple, kind of more closer to what we have today. That's probably pretty much exactly the thing. We don't have, the ears are weird in this. They're not quite, they don't have ear holes or whatever. That's interesting. Okay, then diamond and pearl. So then we finally get the purple insides of the ears. And we also have the gender things. You can see they're a little bit they're shorter. These now these are more of a pink, sort of a lighter pink, I guess. Yes. Okay, I got all that, and then you got black and white. The wings and these guys I think are even a little bit lighter. Then we've got these and the lighter pink here. These are probably all generally a little bit lighter. Then you got sun. Yeah, you got Gen 7s, Gen 8s. Much different. You can barely see the teeth in these. I think that's just because of the quality of the image, not so much the actual, probably in-game model probably looks better. So then you got, Legends Arceus. Home, in the anime, Golbat in the anime. For the Pokedex entries, for this first entry, we've already recorded it for the anime section, so we'll cut to the professional doing it, and then we'll come back.
Golbat, attacking with its sharp fangs, this Pokemon can drain 300 cubic centimeters of blood per bite.
Welcome back. Let's move on. Episode 165 in Ash's Pokedex. Golbat, the Bat Pokemon, the evolved form of Zubat. It has 4 sharp fangs and emits supersonic waves. more powerful than Zubats. In Diamond and Pearl, episode 69 in Dawn's Pokedex. Golbat, the bat Pokemon, and the evolved form of Zubat, being nocturnal. Golbat fly at night in search of prey. Then we've got it in Generations, with a Muck, a Houndoom, and Eradicate. We've got it in the manga, Golbat and Pokemon Adventures, and the TCG. Trivia. The first 2 points, including these sub-points, we did in the Zubat video. The depiction of Golbat's large tongue has been sporadic, having not appeared in any game in over a decade. The only core series game to depict its tongue were Pokemon Red and Blue. The last game to ever depict its tongue was Pokemon Battle Revolution. Origin. Golbat seems to be based on a bat, particularly vampire bats, which bite other animals to feed on their blood. Its poison type may be inspired by either the anticoagulant properties of vampire bat saliva or the fact that bats are infamous for spreading deadly diseases such as rabies. Its gaping maw could be a caricature of mythological vampires. Name origin. Golbat may be a combination of gore, ghoul, and bat. Other languages, related articles. Yeah, let's move on. Now let's watch Golbat's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 32, The Ninja Poke Showdown. Right now, Ash, the main character, is about to take on the gym leader of the future gym here. He's got a Charmander. That's a side F, gonna vet on it. Anyway, so, he's with Pikachu, I think that's the one in the front there. And then Misty and Brock, they're his current traveling companions. So yeah, he's about to battle. Okay, yeah.
The Pokemon I choose for this battle is Charmander.
And I will choose Golbat!
There he is! There it is.
What's that?
Golbat, attacking with its sharp fangs, this Pokemon can drain 300 cubic centimeters of blood per bite.
Be careful, Charmander!
Golbat! Wing attack!
Charmander! Ember attack!
That's cool.
Alright, good job, Charmander!
Yep.
Golbat! Use your screech attack!
Okay.
I can't stand that noise!
I'm getting goosebumps!
Charmander, flamethrower!
Ouch.
Okay, finish it off with fire spin!
That's cool. Aw, poor Golbat. And, yeah.
We did it!
Yep.
You have beaten me.
Okay.
And Psyduck.
So yeah, that's the end of the first scene of Golbat. Let's move on. Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Golbat card. It's the 7th version of the Golbat card, and the first to give it psychic typing for some reason. It was illustrated by Kazuyuki Kano, a former illustrator for the TCG. They worked on cards between 2007 and 2008. I like the design. It feels creepy, but not overly scary. I like that Golbat is in a mine. It has 70 HP, 20 more than Zubat. It is 5'3" and 121.3 pounds. It has one move, Pulse Search. This is not a move in the video games. On this card, it costs 1 psychic energy. You can then look at your opponent's hand. It also hits the target for 30 damage. It is weak to psychic and takes 20 additional damage. It is resistant to fighting and takes negative 20 damage. It doesn't cost anything to retreat Golbat. Its description reads, "It loves the blood of humans and Pokemon. It flies around at night in search of neck veins." This is the Pokedex entry for Pokemon Diamond and Brilliant Diamond. It's level 22. I don't have a Pokemon card for Oddish, but I do have a trainer card featuring it, so I'll talk about that tomorrow. Now let's see why people love Golbat. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who don't know how this works, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Crobat. So the first image here is called Pokémon Zubat line by Forte Girl 7. So we've got, I guess, the artist probably here with each of the members of the Zubat line. So Zubat, Golbat, and Crobat. Yep, it's very cute. And then we've got 042 Golbat by Zhaoxin. So yeah, we've got this silly looking, very stylized Golbat here, very fluffy. It's very, very cute and silly. Then we've got Golbat by Joshua Dunlop. So we've got the Golbat here and maybe a Zubat, maybe that's what that's supposed to be. But yes, it's very large, kind of scary looking, and maybe a bit more realistic. Yep. This is not a Golbat image, so we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight, as I need to wait until I've talked about Eevee before I can evolve Zubat into Golbat. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Oddish. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, and you'll see me tomorrow.